Addiesdive does really well. They offer premium components, good refinement, great quality control, and of course, great luminosity at a very sharp price. Anyway, these 5 watches, I'll be leaving the links to the listings in the description below the video, so do check them out if you're after some sharp prices. All of these watches, none of them cost over $100, so super exciting. Anyways, I want to talk about these watches, so let's get on with it. So without further ado, let's dive in. For number 1, let's talk about the Addiesdive AD2117. Firstly, the price. On sale, you can pick it up as low as $52, and that's the link to the listing that I've offered below in the description. But usually you can go for $55. Still very much affordable. We get a fully 316L stainless steel construction. In fact, it's a seriously hefty diver, standing at 190 grams without any links removed. The case has ideal proportions, with case width of just 43mm and a lug-to-lug length of 47mm. The weight is mostly attributed to the meaty steel bracelet. The watch is powered by Seiko's NH35 automatic movement. That means it's hackable and gets a 42-hour power reserve. The dial is covered by a flat slab of sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating. Under the crystal is where most of the magic happens. The white textured dial is inspired by the omiwitari phenomenon, essentially the appearance of ridges or lines that form on the ice covering Lake Suwa in Japan. This phenomenon is described by legends of gods walking across the lake, hence the name omiwitari, which actually translates to God's Crossing. We get bright and long-lasting dual-tone lume, and what surprised me is the very precise and consistent 120-click unidirectional bezel. There's hardly any backplay here. For number 2, let's discuss the AD2030, a $45 timepiece. This timepiece is a stunningly beautiful watch that is suitable for any occasion. And yes, this is a quartz watch, a mecha quartz to be specific, beating at 4 times per second, namely a hybrid movement that resembles the automatic sweeping seconds pointer. A morning sky blue dial which is so multifaceted that it feels like staring across a snowdrift, the snow ripples reflecting the bluish light. We get a dome crystal resembling box crystal, a stainless steel case and bracelet with a sign and milled clasp. The clasp also gets 5 micro adjustments, inverted end links to keep the lug-to-lug length to a minimum. We also get 100 meters water resistance, and the dial is offered in beige and white, but on those 2 colors the dial texture is more coarse to resemble more of a sand dial. At number 3, we have the AD2101, priced at $85. It's an automatic, it gets 200 meters of water resistance, and it's a Frankenstein of sorts, not the Franken watch, which would entail physical parts from various watch brands and models. Rather, this is a timepiece that takes the retro styling cues from at least 4 iconic brands and creates a retro fusion which is exciting and compelling. See the cushion flanks? Well, these are actually reminiscent of the vintage Tudors of the 1940s and 50s. The larger than average 7mm screw and crown, signed and unguarded on a diver takes us back to the retro Rolex divers. My favorite elements are the elegantly twisted lugs, so familiar from the retro and contemporary Omega Speedmasters. To emphasize the vintage look and feel, we also get double dome sapphire crystal. With regards to the dimensions, we have a diameter of 40mm, a lug-to-lug length of 52.4mm, a height of 13mm, a lug width of 20mm, and a weight of 165 grams. The lug-to-lug length is large due to the protruding end links, yet it's not excessive, and the aggressive slant downwards of the lugs makes the watch wearable with no overhang even on my 6.5-inch wrist. For number 4, let's take a look at a super diver watch. So this is the Addiesdive MY-H6 and it costs just $70. Even if this wasn't a super diver, it would still bring tons and tons of value. But it is, and that is good. Firstly, it's powered by a Japanese self-winding automatic, the NH35, like all of the 5 watches that we have in front of us here today, offering 24 joules, 21,600 beats per hour, and 42 hours of power reserve. It features a perfectly circular design. The lugs are positioned under the case, and the substantial 22mm stainless steel bracelet pivots straight down, meaning that even the slender wrists are catered for. In regards to dimensions, 46mm is the diameter, which is equivalent to the lug-to-lug distance because, again, the lugs are under the case. We get a height of 13.8mm, a lug width of 22mm, and a weight of 215 grams. The sapphire crystal on here is 3.6mm thick. The 120 click unidirectional bezel is grippy, the bezel action is heavy with minimal backplay. Even the sound is assertive and slightly muted, resembling the distinct clicks of a safe code. Another key point is that the bezel is loomed. Together with the dial elements, the chili blue luminosity pattern is quite striking. Addiesdive is known for its bright and long-lasting loom, and it doesn't disappoint here either. The 7.5mm in diameter screw and crown is signed and positioned at 4 o'clock. The case back is screwed down, of course, and on the left of the case we get the helium escape valve. This is a 1000-meter water-resistant watch. A real, true super diver for $70. At number 5, let's talk about the $35 Addiesdive MY-H3. This is the cheapest watch in this collection. Could this be the perfect all-day and everyday wearer? Definitely, considering the robust sizing, premium looks, and importantly, quality components. With regards to the dimensions, we get a diameter of 41mm, a height of 13.2mm, a lug-to-lug length of 49mm, and a lug width of 20mm. The weight on this stainless steel bracelet is 135 grams. We don't actually get sapphire crystal here, it's just mineral crystal, but that is sort of expected at this super budget price point. Yet we do get anti-reflective coating. The stainless steel case and bracelet are brushed as expected on Addiesdive watches. We have a screw and crown and a screw down case back. The steel bezel has a loomed ceramic insert. The bezel action is decent, the movement is fluid enough with sufficient weight. The luminosity is another thing that Addiesdive is famous for, and here it's no different. Actually, it's superb. The brightness and longevity are really good. The dual pattern on the dial and the bezel looks great. And again, all this for $35. Anyways, the links to the listings are in the description below the video, so do check them out if you're after some sharp prices. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.